Greetings gamers, welcome to part 26 of my Let's Play Fire Emblem 10 Radiant Dawn, and in today's episode I am going to be moving out with the Grail Mercenaries fully set up and outfitted, ready for the fight. I gave Ike the Adept from Soren and Titania the Vantage from Mia, and everybody else has kept his skills. So it's pretty much Miracle on Mist and Provoke on Shinon. Everybody else doesn't have any skills to speak of. But with that being said, it is time to move out and get this part 3 started at Fort Flagear, Begnion.
Oh, this is lunacy. Look how meager our forces, especially considering our proximity to Gallian.
General Septimus, sir. We're only making the rounds this evening. We don't need a bigger force.
No, you're wrong. Even now those bloodthirsty beasts are stalking us. I just know what to believe me.
General, please calm yourself. You say this every morning, and yet we've never had any.
Enemy fire! We're under attack! It's those Gallian beasts! The subhumans are attacking us!
What?
See? Now do you see, fool? I was right. Ha! I told you. Now what to do?
Run down all who get in our way. Make your path of blood and bone. Advance, advance, advance. Yeesh. Glad he's on our side. I see the family resemblance. Keep up, everyone. Let's get to work. Alright, being a prologue, you do not get to change the positioning of your units. So one thing you definitely want to do is you want to seek out this area with your units. I don't think any of our units have torches. No, almost 1,000,000,000% positive. Which is okay, not great. You definitely want to attack with units that are in the back first. Oh, this is perfect. Mist can get a KO. One thing I do like about Mist, I didn't really speak about any of the movement ranges of these units, but Mist is very much so on par with the rest of your units. She has 7 movement, which is pretty great. Yeah, he's doing 18 times 2. And steel bow. Could do killer bow, but I think I'll just do steel for now. Ike can reach. Nice. Very nice. Iron Sword should be fine. I gave him the Woe Down because obviously I'm not going to be using. Alright. Put you there. I'm not going to be using Mia for anything other than... Oh, I did forget some management. That's okay. Killer Axe, please. You definitely do not need it. Yeah, I'm not going to be using Mia, but other than for, like, Chip in the first couple of chapters. What's funny, too, is that in this chapter specifically, the Begnion units are fighting off a whole lot of Scrimmer's gang, and the Gallians are infinitely reinforcing. So because of that, this chapter cannot actually be failed unless you put your units in a really dumb way. You could just sit them in the back and literally just defend until Scrimmer takes the space or defeats the boss, whatever the chapter's objective is, and you're just done. And buddy, will Scrimmer do some good old damage. Being that he is a lion. I do want to check him out as well as Renoff. I don't know that any of these other Gallians here, no. None of them are Leith and Mordecai, I don't think. It's literally just Scrimmer and Ranoff right now. It's kind of interesting, too, because if it weren't for the fact that, obviously, you know, the units in this chapter specifically were set up in such a way and used in such a way that they wouldn't be too harmful against the Gallians, the Gallians would not win here. Because if the fire mages could hit either Scrimmer or Ranoff, they would just die. Because they're that strong. Fire magic is that strong. Well, the effectiveness of magic is great in this game. It's just that the magic itself at base is not that great. And yes, you do have to sit through a long-winded, very long-winded ally phase. It's one of the only things that I think people have a serious complaint about concerning Radiant Dawn is that you have a lot, and I mean a lot, of allied parties, either yellow or green, that either you, in this case, you can't control, and you just have to watch them go through the motions of using their turn. Now, this is Scrimmer. He has an S rank in Strike, so he has 16 might on his Fangs, alongside his 38 Strength, 54 attack. This guy is nuts. I believe he maxes at 48 Strength. I believe, with Resolve and Provoke, like he needs any of this stuff. So this raises his skill and speed by 50% at 50% HP. So at 33 HP, his skill becomes 42 and his speed becomes 39. He also has Provoke, which is also humorous. And Ranoff over here, though nowhere near as impressive, he does have some pretty good statistics as well. Seeing that the cats are pretty much like the Myrmidons of the Beast Tribe, he's pretty close to his cap in speed, kind of close to his cap in strength as well. Only A rank in Strike though, so he is woefully inept compared to Scrimmer. The difference is that usually Scrimmer does not double, whereas Ranoff will usually be able to get the chance to. Alright, so moving on with my party. I don't like that crit chance at all. Nice. And he dodged. Dodged also. You kind of are in the business of hoping for dodges. Yeah, and do not ever be afraid to use the Etard. The Etard is something that can be thoroughly wasted. Yeah, only 4 damage there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to attack him 17 times 2 against this general. So Gatry is doubling a general, but that's pretty much all he's going to double. I will attack you. You have to be very careful of your positioning here because of how weak units like Rolf and Mist are. They can easily be KO'd. Easily. I wish there was a way for me to make it so that Mist could KO one of these guys. Healing seems like a more pertinent thing to do right now, but I think this is fine. She did not crit, that's nice. Okay, Mist is only doing 9 damage there. Ah, too much. Too much. Yeah, there's no way I can give her that KO now. Times 2. Yeah, there's just no way I can do that now. which is going to happen. And if it does, your next best bet is to heal. Give her some experience points as well as heal up your teammates. Would be nice if she instantly KO'd this guy. But it doesn't matter. I'm going to take him out with Shin on, as he is more than apt to being able to do so. And a good old dodge. Nice crit. Totally not necessary, but it was nice nonetheless. And equip the Steel Lance, and that's my turn. Alright, so now we have to go through another wonderful Gallian phase after the enemy phase. My hope every time I play this chapter is that the Gallians get destroyed. Just utterly destroyed. And it's not because I don't like the Gallians, the Beast Tribe and whatnot. It is because the less of them there are, the quicker their turns go. It is actually fully possible that they just get utterly wrecked. At least the tigers and the cats and whatnot. Like, for instance, here, they're going to be clogging up the space, which is going to make the turns take much less time. Yep, space is thoroughly clogged now. Which is perfect for me. So you can use the ballista. It's not a bad idea if you want experience points, but the problem is these units I never want to KO because I want them to KO the Gallians. That's my desire. It might sound very silly, but it's just as I said. The problem is that the Gallians need to be out of my way. They take up a lot of... Ooh, that's a lot of crit. Do I want to bank on that? Yeah, let's try. Nice. They make a chapter much longer than it needs to be. Got a coin. Was that literally the spot in which you could find the coin? I know that there is a couple of instances, hidden items, but actually the only hidden item in this chapter is a coin, and I believe it's right here. So no, that was not what that was from. But it doesn't particularly matter. As I've said before, you want to make sure that your units in the back can attack first. I love Shinon in this game. He is such a good unit. Such a good unit. Yep, Oscar, you can go in the hedge because you are far and away weaker than Ike and Titania. And I do have a unit to heal. So Rolf will be ready for the next turn. Had I known that that was a mage there, I probably should have equipped some ranged weapons, but it wouldn't have mattered. He would have still went after somebody who wasn't ranged. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. The fire mages can do significant amounts of damage to them. In some aspects, if it's not for the fact that you need experience points or want experience points in this chapter, you can just literally let the Gallians take their sweet old time, do whatever they need themselves. They'll get through it eventually. But I'm not of that mind. And here comes Scrimmer's attack. It's good when he doesn't get to attack the mage or mages, because then the mages don't just instantly die. Yep, now they're clogged up again, which is perfect. It is what you want. It is what I want, that's for sure. Do some bit of damage. This guy is not going down to mist. There's just no way. Yeah, she's doing exactly 0 damage. But that doesn't particularly matter because I can KO him with Shinon. Nice. Some good old experience points. And then I need to be able to do enough damage to this guy here so that I can KO with... Oh, wow. That is so nice. Oh, come on, Mia. The whole goal there was to allow Mist to get experience points. I don't care about you. Oh, well. That's all you can say in that motion. Throw a short spear your way for your trouble. I'm going to trade short spear to steel lance. KO you. Ah, there's another mage there too, of course. That is what happens when you're not paying enough attention. And Ike should have been used to fight that guy instead. Oh well, not every situation is going to be perfect, right? I can rescue? This is going to seem like a very pointless move here. But, I mean, it'll do something, right? I'm going to be giving Mist, a single space of movement. So it'll help her the turn after, you know? Yeah, most of the times the sages, the fire sages, they miss Scrimmer, which is to be expected. He has some pretty buff stats. It's one of the reasons why Scrimmer and Ranoff are in this chapter, so that they can take on all the units by themselves without your help, if you are so inclined. I don't see myself ever doing something like that, though. Like, there's been times where I've thought about doing that and allowing them to go for it, but most of the times I just want the experience points. Like right now, these guys are wasting their turns, which is perfect for me. They're clogged up, and what that means, and they're going to continue being clogged up here, what that means is that I can get to where I need to be sooner. Ah, of course he got hit. Yeah, so there's still a couple of generals there, and they do have sages behind them, so that'll be good. But Scrimmer and Ranoff have not moved, so... Yeah, he's going to be doing 13 times 2. I don't think any... Ooh, he just blocked Scrimmer. That's funny. I don't think any of the enemy units have any kind of healing on them either. So this is basically a war of attrition in the guys that you're seeing. Okay. Yeah. Can I not KO this time? Thank you, Mia. I appreciate it.
Weaklings, where is your general? Come out and fight, coward. I am Scrimmer, General of Gallia.
Oh no, they're drawing near. We've finished. We're doomed.
Please be quiet, General. You'll hurt the troops' morale. Wait, where are you going?
To safety. I must escape to Mujil. The beast wished to consume me.
General Septimus, gutless coward, are you scared of these worthless subhumans?
Yeah, his inclusion on this map is totally pointless. Steel Lance. Etard. No experience for Mist. No battle experience, that is. Alright. Don't you just love it? Killer Bow. No KO. Probably get the KO with Gatry. Doesn't particularly matter who I get it with. 29 times 2. And he actually hit. Wow. I'm going to put her back here specifically because what I plan on doing is... Doesn't matter which one I attack with. I plan on KOing the general behind her and then immediately healing her up with Mist. Not great that he just got hit there. Don't think these guys move, though. Pretty sure they're stationary. Oh, and he missed. Nice. Yeah, that's one thing about Gatry is that he does have pretty lackluster skill. So his speed is great, but his skill is not so great. It's okay for me. I don't really care either way. But Mist has a couple of units that she can heal. Ike will definitely need to be healed up next turn. Since that's the case, I might heal up Gatry. Maybe. I might actually leave him low specifically for Mist. Yeah, the ballista can be used, like I said, but it's not something I like doing personally. I would prefer the enemies to just KO. Oh, I got the coin. Nice. To KO all of the Gallians as best as possible. Nice hit. That's a good chunk of damage. Yeah, a crossbow user. Very funny units, in my humble opinion. Not great either. Yeah, none of those guys move. They're just supposed to be defensive walls for the Gallian army. And I do think that Ranoff has Olivy Grass, but Scrimmer, now he has a Leguse Stone. The Lions also in this game have a very slow gauge, so you don't really have to worry about Scrimmer untransforming too often. Yep, and some of the reinforcement Galleons I do believe have healing. Nice hit. If I could personally attack and KO the Gallian army, I would, because it would just make this chapter go by a whole lot quicker. It is one of the definite drawbacks and downsides of this particular time of the game. Alright, so let me go ahead and heal you up, Ike, with Mist. I'm going to attack here, but also move. Okay, she can reach, but Titania can reach, which is far and away more important. Since she can, I'm going to go ahead and come here and attack with Titania. Yeah, you do see the downsides of stuff like pole axes. She only had a 73 hit there. It's not that great. Etard, because that allows me to two-shot. Adept. Definitely not needed, but I appreciate it. And of course, shove Mist as far as she can possibly go. I kind of would like... Can I shove Shin on? Yes. Wouldn't mind Shinon going over there and helping. Gatry, you can go down there. I'm probably going to send Void down there too to kind of help clog. If I can even clog, that is. But who knows if I'll be able to. Oscar needs healing, but I think from this point in this chapter further, none of the enemies would possibly be able to reach him. Granted, if he's not healed, I can't really use him for combat, so I'll probably heal him next turn. Bit of a misstep, but then I'm thinking about, am I really going to use him? And the answer to that is pretty well no. Nice. 2-shot. The Tard is worth blowing. Waste it. Use it. That is what it is there for. Yeah, but a lot of them are untransforming, which is perfect for me. I think it's great that they don't have anything like demi-bands in this game for this army, because imagine if they were all just capable of attacking and not untransforming, then this chapter would technically go by quicker, but it would also be less clogged, and then you would get less experience points for your team that actually needs it. Of course, Scrimmer's going to one-shot there. That guy could have max defense, he'd still one-shot. Yeah, your turn is through. It is too bad you don't have torches in this, but that doesn't matter so much because I was able to feel out that zone. Would have been nice if he had a double crit. Would have been really nice. Steel poleaxe. Perfect. Swing and a hit. Etard. Yeah, this is kind of dangerous because if he were to crit Ike twice, Ike would perish. Now, of course, he's not hitting twice, but if I were to attack him right now, that's how it could happen. And I see a potential KO for Mist. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to get that now, but I should be able to very shortly. Oh, granted, actually, this guy was so low on health. Ah, sad. Saddening. Oh well, nothing I can do about it now. I didn't see him out of the corner of my eye. If only I had remembered he was there, because that would have been nice. I do like rushing the boss in such a way that Ike gets the experience points rather than somebody like Scrimmier wasting it. Granted, there are other units on my party that could definitely use the experience points more than Ike, but oh well.
Who are you, swine? Why do you side with subhumans? I'm Ike of the Grail Mercenaries. I know that name. Have you forgotten the Apostle's kindness? Thankless fool, you shall pay with your life.
Nice.
Subhumans, you dare to fight Begnion? There's no hope for you now. This will be your end. Mark my words.
Not if I have anything to say about it. Really, Ike? One skill. Yay. It's fantastic. Yeah, this general is gone. And a whole lot of transforming is going to go on, but it's not going to be very pertinent because the map is pretty well done. Yeah, I have to say, and you know, some people will complain about how genealogy does this with a lot of parties and units that you don't control. And granted, that's very true. But my issue with the whole situation is that it's not all that great in this game. It's not all that well implemented because there's too many that was such a fantastic, amazing, incredible level up mist. It's kind of in one of those situations. See, Scrimmer has to arrive. I'm actually going to be keeping him from doing that for just a moment. I might attack this guy a few more times. He's actually going to heal up fully, so this is kind of pointless. Yeah, there's no way I can weaken him without a much weaker unit. 15 speed. Yeah, I would actually need somebody like Boyd over there, which, you know what, I could probably do. I just don't think it's well implemented in this game, and the reason why I say that is because a lot of it is, it's just too drawn out. It's way too drawn out. If, however, this game didn't have as many green unit chapters as it does, it would feel a little bit better. At least in practice. Okay. So I should be able to shove you with you. Can I shove you with somebody else? No, I cannot. But because of my good positioning here, I will actually be able to take care of this next turn. Yep, it will be next turn. Just a little bit of damage, a little bit of experience points. Yes, this could be considered grinding. I'm not going to be doing this very often, or very long, actually, because the fact of the matter is my next turn is going to be my last, regardless of whether or not I can KO him with Mist or not, because I don't want this to bleed on to more episodes. It just doesn't need to. But I will move and attack. And then I will KO. And I think that was worth the extra couple of turns. Honestly, I do. After that, the game is over. This chapter is done. Come on, Scrimmer. Yeah, you can get in there anytime, because it was a Scrimmer Arrives chapter. Are we done? Yes, Ike, we are most definitely done. This is the end of my episode. I want to thank you for joining me. If you like my content, please upvote and follow, or like and subscribe, depending on your platform of choice. And while you're at it, have a great and glorious day gaming.